Scary because you can't see it coming in.
Right. You'll hear it, though. The wind will be howling. We'll have a lot of lightning and thunder and heavy rain as the storms move in. And what's happening right now in West Alabama is just a taste of what we'll expect over most of the state tonight into tomorrow morning. It's raining heavily right now in parts of Pickens and Tuscaloosa counties, some of the best rain that we've had in weeks. And there's also some lightning here for the first time in almost 3 months around McShann, Ethelsville, Reform, headed up toward Palmetto. And in Mississippi, it's a different story. This particular thunderstorm has had a history of producing tornadoes. It's fairly close to Carthage right now, and it's tracking northeast. So as it does, we'll watch Pickens County and Sumter County. But the good news is this is north of a warm front. Think of this as the boundary for the northern edge of the best fuel for thunderstorms. There's still a lot of stormy weather north of it, but the really nasty storms are likely happening farther south, where we have confirmed tornadoes in progress south of Jackson. A tornado emergency down there with multiple tornadoes on the ground east of Interstate 55. Those are tracking toward Choctaw County, Marengo County, and Clark County, whereas that particular storm is more than likely going to head toward Sumter County or Pickens County. In fact, we'll look at the time on this. It's moving at about 35 to 40 miles per hour, so that's going to get it near the state line at about 8:30. And then if it continued, it would be about 9 o'clock getting toward Utah, and then give it about another hour and 10, hour and 20 minutes. It could be to the southeast of Tuscaloosa. By that point, I think it's out of the really energy-rich air and it's no longer posing a threat, but we will keep a very close eye on it. Greater risk of severe weather from West Alabama into Mississippi, where those storms are currently producing tornadoes. As the storms move in around central Alabama, I think it's mainly just rain and wind. So this is the time when I think the roughest of the weather will be in a given spot, 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. across the western part of the state, 1 a.m. to 8 a.m. Birmingham, Cullman, Aniana, Gadsden, Pell City, Asheville, Chelsea, Alabaster, down into Centerville, and even out around Vance and Coaling, down to Greensboro. 4 a.m. to 10 a.m. Storms will be weakening, but they could still be really windy and really heavy around Sylacauga, Oxford, Anniston, Ashland, and over around Mount Cheaha as well. Windy, stormy, and temperatures not changing all that much between now and tomorrow afternoon. Storms will be moving out by midday. We see a brief shower tomorrow afternoon, a high close to 68 degrees. So what happens with all this overnight is we just get this big mass of heavy rain and gusty winds, potentially gusting over 40 to 50 miles per hour as this is tracking in. And you notice around Gadsden, Anniston, Talladega, it's 2 a.m. and it still hasn't done much, but in Jefferson, Tuscaloosa, Walker, Cullman, Marion, Pickens, down into Greene and Hale and Sumter, we've had tremendous rain falling. I think a good 1 to 2 inch rainfall is likely here. And with rain continuing through about 8 o'clock in the morning, some spots could end up getting over 3 inches in this yellow band right here. So to the north, Cullman, Jasper, Hamilton, about 1 to 2 on average. Clanton, Alexander City, Ashland, about 1 to 2. But right here in the middle of the state, this band of storms may just stall out and give a lot of us more than 2 inches, possibly up to 3 inches of rain, where the storms are able to train one over the top of the next, over the next, over the next. Wednesday, things are much quieter. The high about 55. Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, a very quiet, very cool, very cloudy day. There could be a brief shower late Thursday night or early Friday morning, although that rain is not very impactful. This weekend, pretty nice looking weather for the Iron Bowl on Saturday. Magdalene?
Right. Thank you, Jason. And speaking of the Iron